What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with, well, the Danmachi news. We get this, usually get it about every week. It's been a little sparse lately, but let's jump in here and talk about what all is coming, because there's actually something in here that's really awesome. So, first things first, and pay really close attention to this, guys. And if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you hit that old thumbs up button, and subscribe, and consider hitting the notification bell to stay up to date. But pay really close attention to what I'm about to say here, okay? Because this could affect you in a negative way if you're not careful and you're not prepared for this. Main story episode 39 and 40 will be added. That's actually good news. And we're getting a new story gotcha with this, as we kind of expected. Sign in with Apple for iOS people. That's being added as well. This will all be updated in tomorrow's update. Amount of party that can be saved will be extended. That's actually really good too, because I am completely out of parties. Now, here's the one that could bite you in the hindquarters if you are not paying attention. 4 stars will be selectable in bulk bond sales. So what this means is when you go in there and you go to click select multiple, instead of having 2 stars and 3 stars, now you'll have 4 stars. Okay? The reason I say this could affect everybody is because if you go in there to do your monthly bond sales like we do typically, it will cover this in May when we get the little... In fact, I might even cover it in an extra video here because we're going to do some summons tomorrow anyway. Bulk bond sales. When you go in there and you select your 2 stars and 3 stars, you can do all, or you can do any kind of extraneous bonds you've got. When you go to set, like, if you're just selling the overstock bonds, it shouldn't be that big a deal, because it's just going to automatically, like, accumulate any dupe or anything like that you've got. If you sell all, and you do not pay attention, and you do not unselect 4 stars, this could accidentally sell any 4 stars that you've been hoarding. Because, like, you know, if you guys play the game like me, which is not a very intelligent way to play it, if I'm completely frank, but I generally hoard a bunch of 4 stars that I'm not going to use, because then I can sell them for dupe or whatever at some point in time, or I maybe want to awaken them later just to have some Iris rewards to apply later on. Because yes, actually, if you want, you know, some Iris rewards to hoard for later, it's not a bad idea to hold some 4 stars off. 4 stars, especially 4 stars that you probably are never going to use. So hold those to the side, and then later on go in, update those units. You'll get, what, 50, 60 Iris, depending upon what they are. And then per unit, which will add up pretty quickly, then obviously you can go in and do whatever you need to do with that. So that's once again assuming that you're going to MLBM or whatever. I digress. There are Iris rewards and ways you can get more Iris doing that. Be really cautious about this right here, because if you're not paying attention, that could bite you. We'll talk about this after the update. That kind of warrants its own video, because it is kind of that monthly thing we do. And although that was technically last week, the first of the month, I do want to cover this each and every time to make sure people know, because that could hurt some players if they're not paying attention. Okay? Let's talk about, that's kind of the bad news over. Everything from this point on is really awesome news. Like, I don't want to make this seem like a downer video. No, that was just kind of my one warning thing. Everything from this point on is absolutely phenomenal news, okay? News story event. This is for that, Otara looking like a 70s cartoon up in here doing the strut. Fritz the cat here. And if you get that reference, you absolutely owe me one of those. He's killing me. He's killing me. I just, like, this is better, but, like, I just can't take that seriously. It is so, like, you know. Anyway. Disco Stew. This unit is introducing the modifier Big Temporary Boost. Interesting. I'm not 100% sure what that is going to be. And I'm sorry the quality's a bit low on him and Freya. It's just was the quality we were given. So, skill 1. That's 2. 1. Skill 1 is a foe singular super dark physical attack with ultra critical for every strength buff on self, skill damage 40%. Now, normally that would be like a skill 3 type thing. So once again, as I said with this last group that we got, you got to pay attention and you got to, mentally think how you're going to build these stacks. Because for a long time, we've been spoiled by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 builds. Now you've really got to think about your attack stacks. So, skill damage 40% for every strength buff, and it's a super dark physical attack. Foes singular. Skill 2, self, fast, strength, dark damage, physical resist, magic resist, plus 50% for 4 turns. It's a pretty good one. Not the end of the world, but pretty good. Now, once you couple that with the 40%, he'll be hitting like a truck. And being that he's dark, welcome to my dark team, Otara. I don't need you, but I'm not going to turn you down. Dark team is off the chain already and just getting better. Skill 3 is a foe's plural super dark physical. So 2 super skills. That's really weird, but I'll take it. Foe's plural super dark physical attack with ultra penetration rate and temporary strength boost. Dark damage plus 50% for 4 turns. Hold up. Okay, so skill 2 is a fast strength and dark damage and physical resist and magic resist plus 50% for 4 turns. Skill 3 is a foe's plural super dark physical attack with ultra penetration rate, temporary strength boost. Strength and dark damage plus 50% for 4 turns. That's weird. It says strength. It says strength, dark damage. I'm not sure if that's strength and dark damage. I'm not sure what that's going to be. We'll have to see what that is when he drops, because that just doesn't sound right. Though, do note he's got a triple S stat up here. So, old boy is off the damn chain. You better believe I'm going after Otara. Then we also have Freya. Freya looking like an absolute snack. And once again, the stats looking pretty good. Not the end of the world, if I'm entirely honest. But she's got 3 S skills. So it's actually quite respectable. And notice her magic and her strength are like dead even. So not often we get one of those units. Not at least not for a while. But if you really want to see the eye candy, just, I'll leave that on screen. Because, I'm sorry, that's just, like, my eyes feel like they just won't focus. It's, you gotta see the stats. Hopefully you can see the stats. Freya is self. So, important this note. She is a self unit. In other words, not allies, not foes, whoever she is attached to. Ailment resistance 100%. Ailment resistance, not poison, not stun, not sleep. Ailment resistance across the board. 100%. Now, that's when she's MLB'd. It'll probably be 50% at 75% at level 60 and 50% even below that. But if you're not using her at level 60, why bother? Just personal opinion. I just don't see the point. So, ailment resist 100%. Strength, magic, physical resist, and magic resist all 20%. But again, that is self. Though I see quite a few uses for this, she does kind of leave all the rest of your allies out in the cold. But that said, for whoever she's attached to, it's going to be a very, 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 very good buff. And I'm looking at this because I've been building some teams lately that have either been completely magic with one physical unit or completely physical with one magic unit. And she'd be really great for that one random unit that's being added in. So, some very, very, very good possibilities with Freya. And her stats are off the damn chain. I'm probably going to wind up wailing for both of them, let's be real. I want these units. There will be a special War Game Gotcha. Okay? This is all very, very interesting. You can draw this gacha for 200 iris on the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th pulls. Every other pull is a guaranteed 4-star and is a normal 400 iris pull. So, not bad that. We'll talk about these when they drop. Part 2, Special Iris Gacha, is exactly the same thing, just with these units instead. That Lena I use a lot, so if you don't have her, is a great opportunity to get her. I will cover all these units in of the video tomorrow, the Before You Summon video, so you know basically what's coming on these banners. Okay? That's kind of going to be its own thing, but just know there's a War Game special gacha incoming. And yes, Familia War Game is right around the corner, so start thinking about preparing for that. 7th Zone is back. Hold your groans. Hold your groans. Hold your groans. I personally have been enjoying it. My 2 cents of the matter. I'll be covering each and every one. I apologize because sometimes I don't get them out as quickly as I'd like to, but I'm going to definitely work on that because I think the last set was a little bit easier than the first set we got, just my opinion. So maybe they kind of got their crap together and they've come to realize that free-to-play players can't ascend their weapons, and that kind of sucks. So hopefully they've figured it out on this one. But we'll talk about those when they drop, but there's more 7th Zone coming. Doesn't say which elements they are, but you can kind of guess based on the units. I don't remember which fin that is. Anyway. I'm completely at a loss for which units those are, because I don't remember which fin that is. I'm sure people in the comment section are going to eat me alive for that one too, but whatever. 7th Zone coming back. Looking forward to that. Since War Game is running out tonight, you can kind of guess Record Buster is going to be back, and it's going to be Revis, which I kind of like because I can always get crazy damage with on her. Which type is she going to be, though? It doesn't really say here, does it? Hard to tell. Maybe light. Kind of looks like it might be a light type. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of hope so, because I'd love to be able to flex my Dark Team. I love my Dark Team so much. U.S. 2nd Anniversary Bundle Part 3. We did these bundles last week, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull these bundles off, but I'm definitely going to talk about them and try. All the information on these is in the the news. The U.S. 2nd Anniversary Bundle, this is a double 4-star guaranteed 11-draw ticket. 6 types of Falna times 30, so all 6 Falnas, 30 of each. Strength, Magic, Endurance, Skill, Agility, and you get 30 books. That, I believe, is 800 Iris, 800 paid Iris, I believe. Pretty decent value, though, still. I mean, you get a lot for your 800 Iris. I think the first set was a better value, if I'm completely frank, but it's a thing. It's a thing. So, there is that. If you decide to whale, like I have been, because I really need to finish that Anya. I've not been getting that Anya. So, halfway decent option there. Not the greatest in history, but, you know, I think the first sets were a little bit better, but definitely still well worth. You know, you're basically paying 400 paid Iris for 2 gachas and a bunch of books. So, halfway decent that. So, here's the full breakdown. So, tomorrow, I know this is 4/9, but that's Japanese time. It's 4/8 for us. Main story release gacha, episode 39 and 40. War Game special gacha. U.S. 2nd Anniversary Bundle Part 3. 7th Zone and Record Buster all drop tomorrow night. Friday, we're going to get another free 11 draw. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, I don't think anybody's not looking forward to free gachas, so there is that. I do have the essay to showcase for the upcoming, the upcoming banners. I will showcase that in tomorrow's video when we do the banner preparation video, and I'll try to have that out first thing in the morning for you guys. So for now, that is going to be the video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my Birdman. I'd say hit me up on Booker. I don't even use the damn thing anymore. I kind of gave up on Facebook, but definitely follow my Birdman. I'm trying to stay at least post something over there to entertain y'all every day. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.